Hello everyone, how are you? All right, so in this video, we are preparing, or I am preparing to do my paycheck budget for my first paycheck in the month of January 2025. Happy New Year to you all. I pray you all had a wonderful holiday season, and we are grateful to see a new year. So, what I do is before I get paid, I actually go through, look at my spreadsheet that I've created for my paycheck. I use the Budget by Paycheck, and I go through and I do like a rough draft of what I want my paycheck to look like, where I need this money to go, what bills I need to pay, and then how much I have left over. I make sure I do pay myself first, and then I do all of my bills and so forth. So let's get into how I allocate my paycheck. All right. If you're new to my channel, I am a cash budgeter and I am on this journey to build wealth and pay off debt while enjoying life. Still have to enjoy life in the midst of all this that's going on. Okay, so my pay date was truly, let's write this here. This is actually my rough draft. I like to do this before I put it into my book because I have a little OCD. So it needs to be perfect when it goes into my book. My pay date was today, January the 10th, 2025. I truly received my paychecks on Wednesday. So I've already received it. I still have it sitting in my account, but I have paid a few of the bills that need to be paid. And let me just stretch you guys in a little bit. Okay. I try not to stretch you in too much, but because then I forget to move it. Okay. I also received this from one of my coworkers this year, and I decided I was going to share it with you guys. I guess they're pop open cards, each with a different message inside. I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. So this one says, if opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Don't just sit there and like, oh, it's not coming to me. No, make it work. Make it work. All right. So let's get into it. My W-2 salary, we have no rollover. No rollover. My W-2 salary, what post to my account this time was $2130.00. I usually receive more than that, but I did a few changes and so forth. So I got $2130. So we're budgeting a little less than we typically do. Now, my first thing is to pay myself. And what I did was I kind of changed how I do this section because normally I just put like savings challenges or so forth. What I've decided to do was to be very specific about my sinking funds. Okay, so with my sinking funds, if I go into where is it? Where are my sinking funds in here? Here they are. Yes. So with my sinking funds now, wherever you see a red, I have probably canceled that subscription. I think I canceled this and added it back on because I'm telling you, I don't even watch television, so I don't watch commercials. I don't listen to the radio because I don't like commercials. So I think I took this off and put it back on. But I know I kept Microsoft. Amazon, I'm not going to renew. Canva, I am going to cancel. TubeBuddy, I canceled. Apple Family, I keep. I do believe I took this off and put it back on. I just don't remember off the top. Costco, I did not renew. I will renew my notary. Car registration and yearly, those are a must, so I must keep those on. So what I decided to do was when I do my sinking funds, I was going to be specific about those. So, and make sure I just put those money aside. I know several people do saving challenges for theirs. I decided, and I decided for me to just put that money into those categories. I created those. I I created vaults inside of SoFi. So when I get paid, I just move that money down into those categories. So with Microsoft, $850. My notary renewal, and this renews in July, is $11. My car registration, is $9. My yearly parking. Now, my yearly parking is, I said this last year, and many of you like, what? For my work location, we pay to park there every year. Yes, I do pay to park where I make my money, but not yeah. Well, that's where I make my W-2 money. So that's 18 to bulk that up before that comes up. Car maintenance, because I am looking at my rear tires and I want to be prepared somewhere in the future. And then what I decided for savings is I am going to put $60. And that, now I will do saving challenges with this. But as far as my sinking funds, I'm not. I'm going to actually move that money right over into those accounts so that way it's already there and I'm not stressing, I'm not worrying about it. My savings challenges will be towards savings, so I can do those. Okay, next thing is after my sinking funds, I got to take care of my household. So my household is electric because, baby, it's cold outside. It's cold outside. Listen, I live in Florida. It is cold outside. We don't do the cold. All right, so electric is $190. My streaming service is $29. I need to pay my water. Now, what you are going to see different is on here, and let me explain it to you because you're not going to see my mortgage. And what I realized is when I'm doing my budget, as much as I try to split my mortgage in half, the beginning of the month is really heavy for me. Like I have a ton of bills that are due at the beginning of the month. After the 15th, I'm like free and clear. I have nothing going on. So, I honestly think after the 15th, it's just like my car payment, Apple Family, like my rent, and that's it. So what I'm going to try and see how this works. Now my mortgage is going to get paid. Please understand. My mortgage will be paid. But if I take that last check of the month and pay my mortgage, okay, I am back. I'm not sure where this thing left off at because it said my storage was full. So I have no idea. No clue. Anywho, what I was saying was because I'm top heavy as far as finances at the beginning of the month, I am going to use that second paycheck of the month to pay my mortgage. I know for January. I have to look at February just to see how things play out because I don't want to also be late for those items that I'm top heavy on in the beginning of the month. I'm trying to figure out what works best for me. Because I look at it, I'm like, my mortgage is due, which I split, but then I also have all these other bills that are due like between the 1st and the 15th as well. And if I can get like some dates changed around and so forth, that is one of my goals. I want to see if I can rearrange some dates with certain items. And if so, then that'll make it a lot easier. Anyway, all right, so let's get into that. So you won't see my mortgage on this one. So we have electric, streaming, water. I'm doing T-Mobile. Okay, fifth time has to be a charm. I'm telling you. It keeps telling me my memory is full. And I'm not. I'm telling you, I'm not buying any more storage. All right. Okay. So T-Mobile is, let's just say 208. Let's just round that up. I have my internet, which is 95. And then I have my car insurance, which my son is no longer on because I think I mentioned before he sold his car. And that's 175. All right, so then let's get over and into my debt. I have 2 settlements that I'm working on because I was not a good steward over my finances in the past, and that's $250. I have my car payment, which I'm doing half on this one and half on the other one. That's $250. I have my AC loan, and I say it all the time. If you can replace your AC without getting a loan, please, 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 don't make the mistake I made. My Capital One credit card, which I do not use, I'm just paying it back down, is $108. I have Care Credit. That is $50. The minimum is $30 per month, but I'm putting $50 because I'm trying to get that paid off. And I did a debt snowball spreadsheet, and I always say I'm going to share my debt with you guys, and I never do. But I created a debt snowball sheet, and that's one of the first ones to go because that's my lowest amount. And then I have another debt. I'm going to mark it as debt 3, which is $60 that I paid on this week. Okay. So then that leaves my variable expenses. So now what happens is, like I said, when I get paid, this is me paying myself first for those things that I know. Building my savings, saving up for those other items that I need to save for, taking care of my household, paying off debt, and now whatever money I have left over, that's going to go here like towards grocery, household, and all those things. And I'm going into more details because I know I have a few people that probably watch my video and a few people that are new. So if I can help at least one person, then creating this YouTube channel, sharing my numbers is not in vain. All right. You know what? I think I got this from Tanya. And I just wanted to put it there because I looked up and I'm like, yep, new beginnings. Okay. So variable expenses. Variable expenses is my grocery. Oh, I thought it went out. Ooh, grocery. My household, because I do need more laundry detergent and I needed more body wash. And then gas for my car. My spending is going to be a little bit more on this paycheck because I have a close friend of mine who passed, and I have that funeral tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday, as well as a wedding anniversary to go to in the same day. Okay, so for grocery, because it's just me, I am budgeting $125 for the next 2 weeks. My household, I am putting $30. For gas, I am doing $60. Now my spending, I'm giving myself $150, and that's because I need to get my hair done. And I have nothing to wear for this anniversary because I don't buy myself any clothes. You never see me really budget anything for clothing or any of that. So I need something to wear for that event. And so let's see. And I think my buffer, I will have a buffer. So let's add this up. Let's go. So here's my W-2. We know this much is going towards my household to make sure that my household can still run properly. 75 plus 175. $787. And so for my sinking funds, my Microsoft will renew next month. The money that I had left over from my Keep the Change, I was going to use for Costco, but I did not renew with Costco, so I'm going to use that for my Microsoft. So I have this will go towards 2026. So 8.5 plus my notary, plus my car registration, my yearly parking, car maintenance, and then 60 towards my savings, $126.50. And debt. This is what I'm trying to get. I just imagine if I didn't have this, or this. How much of my money could actually go into building my savings? All right, so let's say we got 500 plus 118 plus 108 plus 110. $836. Out of that $836, let's say There, like, even if I had all of this was paid off, all of that money could be dumped into savings and retirement. And that's my mindset for this 2025. Get all this off so that I can build my savings account. All right, so let's see. So if I take 2130 minus 787 minus 126.50 minus 836 is 380.50. So we're going to minus 125 minus 30 minus 60 minus 150. That leaves me with 1550 as a buffer. All right, so let's add this up. 125 plus 30 plus 60 plus 150 plus 15.5, 380.50. Okay. All right, so let's do this. Let's see if we have what we consider a zero-based budget. Not that we zero out our account. You'll have a lot of people say they're doing a zero-based budget. All that means is you're telling, once you get paid for the money that you worked hard for, you're telling every single dollar where it needs to go. So many of us leave a buffer. My buffer, I can only leave $15.50. If I happen to have some left over for spending, I can move that down to buffer. I don't necessarily have to spend it. I could actually move it over into savings. But you're telling your money where it should go. So that way, once, let's say, your next paycheck comes, you're not wondering what happened to your last paycheck. Where did I spend it at? You know where you spent it at. And also in this book, and I downloaded her digital because she had her digital for like $10. So I downloaded her digital. So in this book, there's an expense tracker. So you can track every day. You don't have to have this book to do that. You can just get a tablet and write down every day what you're spending. I have it in Excel. And I think as I'm doing 2025, I'm going to I like writing. I like my paper. Don't get me wrong. But I'm slowly getting into the Excel and doing everything through Excel. I'll probably share one day what I created in Excel because I can track every single day what I'm doing and through that. All right, so let's go. That was just telling, I don't know, minus 787 is 1343. And I'm going to carry that down to here. And I'm going to minus out 380.50, which is 962.50. And then carry that amount up to here. So once I deduct 126.50 from that amount, I have 836 left. And that's how much I'm paying into debt. And that just disturbs my soul. That really does disturb me. It's like when I did my debt snowball spreadsheet and I realized how much of my money every paycheck goes towards debt. A car you need, but yeah, if I can get my car paid off, then that's at least $500 a month that I can build into savings. If I can go ahead and get these settlements, which should not have been there if I had been a good steward over my finances in the past, I wouldn't have had this. But I wasn't, so I'm paying the cost, which is okay. I'm just getting it out of the way. It's not a repeated cycle where I'm just going back to back to back with it. The AC loan, yes, that was truly my Capital One credit card. I want that paid down, so not paid down. I want it paid off, so I don't have to use that. Care credit, that was needed. But I do have that should be paid off before the end of this year. That should be paid off soon. Oh, and by the way, I did pick up a second job again. So there would be more money coming in that I can use. And it was Erin with Sassy Beauty Budgets. And she had said to me, I think on one of my videos, she was like, split it, put half to savings and half towards debt. So I think that is exactly what I'm going to do with this extra income that I'm going to receive. I'm going to put into savings, but I'm also going to put half towards debt. All right, so that's it. That is this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. I do try to reply to each and every one of your comments. I've listened to what you have said. Oh, and by the way, to the person that told me about the HP ink, I'm not sure which comment it was. Thank you, because I went back and looked. I was paying $7.48 for ink, and I don't print that much. And I found a plan that's only $2. I think, well, I averaged it out to $2 because it's like $1 and something. So thank you so much for that suggestion. I really, really, really do appreciate that. All right, guys, as I always say, positivity, no negativity. Have a wonderful, beautiful, prosperous weekend and a wonderful week next week. And I will catch you in the next video. Be blessed. Bye.